They don't want you to get released. They don't want you to find out the truth that you're worshiping Oshun and all them, and that's demonic, and that's allowing these demons to come around you. They don't want to let you know that you doing all these crystal dabblings and chakras and all this stuff like that. They don't want you to know these things. Christians, they keep talking about Gemini's on the rise. Here comes Cancer season. Let me tell you what Cancer has said. You are out of order. Okay, you are literally tapping into the occult. I was there too. So let's not get it misconstrued. I knew everything that there was about Geminis. But when you know better, you do better, right? You witches. Oh, I'm a good witch. Ain't no such thing. These demons don't like us. I don't know why people want to keep them. When you say that, oh, look at that butterfly. That's my baby daddy who died last year. No, it ain't. No, it's not. It's not. Okay, have fun with that. Keep them demons. I'm telling you, I have love.
I'm a brand new creature cause they owe me to die. I'm new.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to the teaching on legal right, okay? Now, we are learning in this teaching that sometimes spirits and demons can have a legal right to be in your temple, to dwell within your temple, to dwell within you, okay? And have you do all these nasty and uncontrollable and God-forsaken things, okay? So if you are joining us, please catch up, okay? We're about to get into the continuation of the 13 areas that demons use to be able to have legal right over your temple, okay? So we were going down the list of the different areas, right? Okay, so we left off with the first one, which was the direct willfulness or direct willful sins, okay? So please catch up. We're about to get into the second one, which is the occult, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get into this, shall we? Another major area to look for, and those that are joining in, we are reading from BibleKnowledge.com, okay? Dealing with the legal rights of demons, okay? The cult, the second one, the cult. Another major area to look for is any dabbling whatsoever with any area of the cult, okay? I am talking about playing with a Ouija board, even one time, or seeing a fortune teller or psychic even one time. Now, y'all know I'm extremely transparent. I've dabbled in both fortune tellers and psychics. I was big on astrology, horoscopes, right? And that's a occultic practice as well. I didn't see nothing wrong with it. I'm actually developing a video that's going to break that down. Hold tight, okay? But yeah, I was, curious about who my soulmate was. And weirdly enough, I, child of God, reached out to this psychic. Well, actually, it was like the little ads that you see off to the side that'll say, get a sketching of your soulmate. When I tell you, I got it, and to this day, I still got it. I need to delete it. I think I deleted it, but if not, I need to delete it. The sketching, it was just as I was scrolling down to reveal the face, like something came, I guess it's nothing but the Holy Spirit came over me. I was shaking, like, oh my God, like this ain't it. Like this is not right. Like it felt weird. It felt wrong. And I immediately just got out the email and I closed it. But I can tell you a time before then that I actually got on a live with a psychic. And she was just telling me different stuff. It was really surface. I'm just gonna hold you. It was very surface now that I look back. I'm like, girl, but to be honest with you, the familiar spirits, they can only tell you stuff about your past or something that just happened from your past. Like if you just went and got a meal from Whitney, they'll be like, oh, she just got a meal. Tell her she just got a meal from Wendy. She got the 4 for 4. Something like that. They can't tell you, well, in the near future, because they ain't got that type of ability. Just like the enemy ain't got the ability, have to do anything to you, to make you do it, to do anything to you. That's why in the book of Job, you heard how he asked God. He had to get the authority and the permission to even mess with Job. All right. And even still, what the enemy does is he comes in, he manipulates you. He has you do these different things to open up a door to be able to come in to have stuff happen to you, for you to do things and to operate in that. Right. The article goes on to say just one time with any area of the occult could be a major door opener for demons. I cannot tell you how many emails we have received from people all around the world who have drawn drawn demons into their lives as a result of dabbling or experimenting with different areas of the occult. And if by chance they have drawn demons to their lives as a result of dabbling with the occult, they will then draw in some of the stronger and more evil types of demons in Satan's kingdom. And the thing is that this is the reason why I speak so highly against things. And people get it misconstrued as if I'm trying to think I'm holier than thou. No, I've been there, I've done that. Okay. And nothing positive came about it, but I concur. It says the specific sin area is nothing to mess around with. These demons are also the most violent type and the hardest ones to try and actually cast out. They will usually be the ones who will try and fight you tooth and nail before they will leave and pull out of the person. Because like I told y'all on part 1, demons, they really don't want to leave. They have nowhere to go. Okay. And so if they can stay within there, they will. And you keep doing the bad stuff that's causing them to be able to have the ability to be in you. So they're like, no, let me keep her at it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to get released. They don't want you to find out the truth that you're worshiping Oshun and all them. And that's demonic. And that's allowing these demons to come around you. They don't want to let you know that, you doing all these crystal dabblings and chakras and all this stuff like that. They don't want you to know these things, because that's a way to get them mugs cast up out of there, and they don't really got nowhere to go unless somebody is dabbling, and messing around. Now, if someone is dealing with any type of occult activity whatsoever in their background, it will be their strong recommendation that you also include this as part of the legal rights to be taken care of with the Lord. They also recommend that you print out their article on the dangers of the occult. All right. And again, this is BibleKnowledge.com. Okay. It has all the Bible verses that are connected to it. Okay. At your fingertips. Okay. Now here's a list of specific occult activities. There's 19. Okay. Fortune telling of any kind, such as palm reading, crystal ball gazing, numerology, or seeing psychic. 2, tarot cards. 3, Ouija boards and automatic writing. Now, if you're wondering what is automatic writing, I had to look it up and figure out what it was too, because I was like, what? Because I'll be using these AIs every now and again to compose some of my description stuff. I'm like, look now, Jesus, let me know the truth. Automatic writing is where you allow a demonic spirit to fully control your arm and hand so it can write whatever message it wants to give you. Okay, so it's kind of similar to a Ouija board, but it's going out in more detail. And a lot of these artists tap into automatic writing. A lot of the scripts and stuff that we be seeing in these movies and stuff like that. A lot of the Marvel stuff, they talk about it. The comics and all that stuff, how they just really don't be the ones writing stuff. For real. I know, as prime example, Lil Wayne. He doesn't, well, I don't know if he still does, but he didn't used to write down anything. He rarely wrote down any of his lyrics, and he just kind of used his mind as an automatic writer, if you will. 4, seances and any involvement with mediums or spiritists. I remember I had a conversation with a young lady the other day, and she was just going back and forth with me about mediums and speaking to the dead in your dreams. I'm like, that's necromancy. And mediums just more so operate with familiar spirits. It's the same thing. They do this for a living and allow that. You're just interacting with them in your dreams instead of saying, Satan, I get thee behind me. But anyways, I concur. Seances and any involvement with demons or spiritists. 5, astrology and any form of horoscopes. Okay, so you Christians that keep talking about Gemini's on the rise, or here comes Cancer season. Let me tell you what Cancer has to say. You are out of order. Okay, you are literally tapping into the occult. Y'all have to seriously be careful. Okay, you wonder why your life is in shambles. You wonder why stuff happens and it stops, or you haven't got to that ultimate level, or you just kind of you're tapping into the occult. Okay, I Ching, the I Ching, or yin yang. Okay, using. Okay, so it's yin yang. Okay, I think it's Il Ching or I Ching or yin yang, usually translated book of changes or classic of changes, is an ancient Chinese divination text, okay, that is among the oldest of Chinese classics. Okay, so if you into all that yin yang stuff, occult, hypnotism, you see that a lot when people have addictive spirits or addictive nature, and they try to go and get hypnotized to deal with, their addiction. Or they try to go back and tap into when they were children and talk to that younger them, so they get hypnotized. Yo, you ain't supposed to allow nobody have no kind of control over your spirit like that. Like, it's just crazy the lengths that people go. Transcendental mediation or any of Far Eastern meditation, which I would say that will be an association, if you will, to yoga. Okay, they meditate a lot. Crystals, okay. Look, I'm working on a video about that now. But crystals is idolatry, okay? People were like, crystals in the Bible. Let's be very clear. The crystals that they use in the Bible was for an adornment, like this rock on my hand. I'm not saying that this is a diamond, so, oh my God, it's going to protect me from now, or it's my zodiac sign, or my zodiac stone. Like, it just be too much. But the thing is that I was there too. So let's not get it misconstrued. I knew everything that there was about Geminis, but when you know better, you do better, right? 10, witchcraft. Just put it all out there, pure point blank. You witches. Oh, I'm a good witch. Ain't no such thing. It ain't no such thing. If you are operating from the true and living God, you're what's called a prophet. Okay, you're what's called an apostle. Is a goodness to you, and the Lord is using you to do things and say things. So you wouldn't call yourself a good or a bad witch. You will say, I'm a prophetess, I'm a prophet, I'm a child of God, or whatever the case may be. So that tells you right there, you ain't operating in the right mind frame. 11, Satanism. Okay. 12, voodoo, hoodoo. Okay, doo-doo. All right. Not of God. And I actually did a video where you actually hear from a voodoo priest, and he just talks about, I don't drink, I don't smoke, but when that spirit takes over me, it drinks and smokes, because that spirit is wanting to corrupt the mess out of that body, out of that vessel, out of that temple. These demons don't like us. I don't know why people want to keep them, but they don't like you, sis. They don't like you, bro. They want to pull you down to hell with them. Hell was not meant for us as humans. It was not. It was not meant for us as humans. But because that Satan and them spirits don't like us, because we are a wonderful creation from the Most High God, he made no mistakes when he made us. Oh, so they hate that. They don't like that. So they want to show God, like, look at your creation. You know what I'm saying? And child, I'm not gonna play with them. You're not gonna bamboozle me. Channeling. Oh, I'm channeling my ancestors. I'm channeling Oshun. I'm gonna wear this yellow. You're messing with occultic practice. I don't care where in Africa, Zimbabwe. I don't care if it was the west side of Wakanda. Okay? Just because you was raised in something doesn't mean that it's right. All right? And that goes for different churches that be doing some craziness up in their churches. It goes for occultic practice. You got a lot of kids that grow up to be Satanists. Does that mean that it's right? No, we're not going to pick and choose. It's wrong. It's wrong. Reincarnation. When you say that, oh, look at that butterfly, that's my baby daddy who died last year. No, it ain't. No, it's not. It's not. The Bible says that the dead knows nothing and they don't have a reward, meaning the reward of having life. That's a reward. God breathing breath in us, that's a reward to be able to communicate and talk. Me doing this, that's a reward. I got life, I got breath in me to be able to do that. Dead don't got that. That's why they're dead. That's why all this worshiping Mary and all these people that are dead, it just don't make no sense. I worship the one and true living God that every religion know about. Every religion got Jesus, God got Jesus in their name somewhere. Either they think he a prophet, either they think that this and that third, but you know about Jesus. And you won't really know about him when he cracked that sky and he come back on this earth. But I concur. Astral projection, okay? Now I've talked about this before, and this is a form of a monitoring spirit, okay? And people can do this. They astral project into people's houses and be watching them. You don't even know. You might see some weird activity going on off the side of y'all. There may be an astral projector person in there. They come in your dreams and all that stuff like that. Demonic, okay? ESP. All right. Now I had to look that up myself. Okay. So ESP is extra sensory perception. Okay. And it's also called the sixth sense. They had a whole movie back in the 90s about that. Okay. It's a claim of paranormal activity, okay, pertaining to reception of information not gained through the recognized physical senses, but senses with the mind. And it was founded in Tokyo and in Japan in 1975. Okay, you see, all this stuff is just popping up and people are just going along with it, you know. And funny thing is that people want to talk all that noise about that because they just created stuff like that, but you'll practice the occult of stuff that don't even date back as far as Jesus. But I concur. Have fun with that. Keep them demons. I'm telling you. Look. 17. This was very interesting to me. Dungeons and Dragons role-playing games. Period. Right? I was so blown away by this. And hearing how it dabbles in the occult and dabbles in demonic things. Very interesting, to say the utmost least. But I don't play those games, so it is what it is. New Age movement techniques and activities. All right. Like I said, all this saging, all these crystals, all this chakra balancing and all this stuff like that. Just some weird stuff. And last but certainly not least, number 19, necromancy. Necromancy. All right. And that's what I was talking about when I was talking about, you know, you seeing your loved one in your dreams and you just, shoot, it's been good. It's been really, see where you at? Yeah. Okay. Thank you for visiting me. That ain't Bobo. That's not him. That's dead. You need to rebuke it in the name of Jesus. And watch how that face rip right on off and show you who they really are. Now again, any involvement whatsoever with the stated occult activities should be taken down as a major legal right. Okay? Once you have written down all of the occult activities they have ever been involved in, then what you will have to do to properly break this kind of legal right with the Lord is to take the following 4 steps. Now again, do not do any of these steps without the Lord's guidance. Okay? For one. And then for 2, this person has to be ready to release and let this stuff go. Because if they not ready to let go of them demons, this is pointless. But let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? First and foremost, confess this activity out as a direct sin against the Lord and all of his ways. You can do that right now. Tell God that you are really sorry for committing this type of direct, willful sin against him, as you have been placing demons ahead of God. People who delve into the occult are actually tapping into demons for supernatural guidance in their lives instead of going direct to the Lord for his guidance in their lives. 2, renounce. Renounce this sin before the Lord, telling God that you will never ever go back to it again. This sin is so heavy and is so serious with the Lord that you not only have to confess it out as a sin, but you also have to formally renounce it before God, telling him that you will never dabble or experiment with it ever again. Now, when you renounce something, you are severing it. Okay. Now, people get misconstrued with a rebuke and renouncing and denouncing. A rebuke is you just basically strongly opposing something. You know what I'm saying? I strongly oppose you going to a Beyonce concert. I strongly oppose you living that lifestyle. But You can say that all you want. I rebuke you. Nah, that's cute. But are you renouncing? Are you denouncing? Are you severing that soul tie? That you dismantling that connection that you have with that thing? That's what renouncing, denouncing, and those things mean. 3, burn or throw away all objects associated with the occult. This will include books, statues, paintings, drawings, notebooks, jewelry, and etc. Demons can continue to remain attached to all of these kind of items, okay? And if you do not burn or throw all of them away, the demons can continue to remain attached to these objects and thus continue to remain in your house where they can still attack you. All right, now you better know that spirits can be in objects. Okay, they can be attached to objects. They can dwell in and out of objects, right? And that's why in the Bible, to prevent the spirit of death to enter in, when the plagues were going across, the Lord said that for them to, slay a lamb and use the blood to put over the compost. Why didn't they just slather it all over them? Because that spirit could have went into that home, could have entered into that object, and not only that though, a lot of stuff you can have can, until you release it, you'll notice that things weirdly happen to you because you brought that stuff in, right? Now, last but certainly not least, the fourth thing: fully break and sever all ungodly soul ties to any other people that you have been closely associated with in the area of the occult. You guys have been dabbling in with. Okay, any mentors, teachers, and instructors that have been teaching you can all form out a demonic and ungodly soul tie with you. You have to be willing to fully break away from all of the people that have been associated with in any specific area of occult that you have been delving in. Okay, now again, you cannot emphasize enough how dangerous and deadly this particular legal right is for demons. The number of Christians that they have personally seen who have delved into the occult and who have drawn demons into their lives as a result is quite staggering. Okay, and I believe him because, like I said, I'm a child of God, and I can honestly confess that I dabbled in a few of the occult. Now that I see that it's occult, from horoscopes to mediums to all of that. So I had to, renounce and denounce them things as well. So let's go into this, to the third one, okay? Which is inheritance, okay? It's a generational curse, basically, okay? Another major area that demons will look to play in is the area of family generational line. Now, in this article, they ask that you read the article, Battle Prayer to Break a Generational Curse line, okay? And all these things, I'm going to try my best to make sure to remember to tag in the description box, okay? But again, we're reading from BibleKnowledge.com, dealing with the legal rights of demons, okay? This article goes on to say, you will need to check out the family generational line when interviewing the person to see if they are any curses or any kind of dysfunctional activity going on up their family line that the demons are feeding on and attaching to. Okay, you will need to see if any of their family members have any type of heavier sins on them, such as heavy drug abuse, alcoholism, suicide, major depression, any kind of heavy involvement with the occult, or any kind of sexual and or physical abuse. Okay, i.e. your molestations and all that stuff like that. Okay, now if any of their parents or grandparents have demons attached to them as a result of their involvements with these kind of heavier sins, then what the demons will try and do, if they possibly can, okay, is to jump and transfer down the family line. Now, I actually made a post about this. Whatever you don't allow God to transform will transfer down your generational line. Trying to get some of the other members of the family to do the exact same things as their parents and grandparents had been doing. Generational curse. It's like you don't even notice that you're doing it until you look back over your life, look back over your family. You're like, oh my gosh, dang, she divorced too. Okay, dang, she broke. You will have some of the children of parents who were abusers and alcoholics become abusers and alcoholics themselves, all as a result of demons transferring down the family generational line, trying to get them to do the exact same thing they had been able to get their parents to do. Goes on to say that they have given 6 basic steps to break the kind of heavy activity with the demons, okay, down, all right? In the article that I referred to you guys, I will try my best to link in the description box. Now we're about to go over a list of 4 of the basic steps in this specific caption, so you can have all of them right at your fingertips, okay? Now, this is from their deliverance system for casting out demons on the inside of a person, okay? These are the 4 steps, all right? 1, you have to confess the sins of your sinning parent to God, the Father. 2, be willing to fully forgive your sinning parent, okay? 3, break any ungodly soul ties with the sinning parent. And then lastly, 4, break the cursed line of the demons, okay? Now, here is a story, okay, of a testimonial of a 16-year-old girl who had demons trying to attach to her as a result of the sins of her natural father and grandfather. Now, that's biblical. I might have to find the scripture, but it says something about, they will have to, inherit the sins of their fathers and their grandfathers. And also, I have to find it to be specific, okay? But they have that full story in the article as well. They as well have a prayer that you can pray and read, okay? All right, you guys, we're going to stop here. And when we come back, we're going to get into unforgiveness as well as trauma, okay? I will see you guys on the next video. Hey, Whitney D here. Now, if you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you click the subscribe button if you have not done so already. And make sure you click that notification bell, Moving for Personalized for All, so you can receive all the updates that I place here on the channel. And you can get all the notifications, okay? And make sure you connect with me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. All right, you guys. I love you, but most of all, God loves you. Until next time.
I'm a brand new creature, cause the old me done died. I'm new, I'm new.